are you crazy? And the genius part of this product is the rebuy function.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
this compound effect. And that was, I believe, totally in this rebuy concept. And I said, we do it. I take the risk, we do it. And the rest is history. That's how I invented this 50 euro package, by the way. And so far, I can tell you, we have sold over 400,000 packages in 12 weeks. And that is thanks to you. It's not our work, by the way. It is everybody who's involved in the business. We just brought you the vehicle, so to say, and you are the drivers. Thank you very much. So that's it. That was your question then.
So basically what we're doing is we're looking at the father of the BTC package. It happened in a dream one night, and you were in Germany, right, at the time? It happened in a dream in Germany. Horst, can you tell us a little bit of background about the other owners as well? Just give us, one of the things that, Rodney and you and I were sitting in my dining room a couple hours ago talking about people don't know who the owners are. So could you just give me just a little bit about Mike and Joel and Ralph?
Okay, the person who is responsible that we are here in a good way is Joao. Joao is the person who was doing all this business, trading business, since almost more than 12 years now in Portugal, and he's responsible for, I would say, more than 100 different versions of Forex trading software versions. And only one of it, the latest one with, I guess now 8 software updates in 7 months, is our automatic trading robot, if you want to call it robot or whatever. It's the automatic trading software. So, and Mike, who is responsible for marketing and sales, and also co-founder, I know him since years. He's a very good friend of mine, and he always tried to pull me into the network marketing. And as I was responsible for more or less huge organizations as a manager, it was not absolutely not possible for me to do network marketing. I mean, and I was told him friendly, it's not possible. So forget about that. But the other day he asked me to make an investment into the Forex market. I said, Forex market? That's very risky now. He said, okay, let's make a deal. This company is trading for you. You have to put in at least 50,000 euros or more. And if you fail, I'm going to pay for it. I said, okay, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. I got your word, and I trust you, and I put in 100,000 euros. And Joao's companies, they were trading up to 250, 300 million per year. Customers, investment in the Forex market. It was a service company for Forex. And since then, after I've made this investment, I made money like crazy. It never went in debt or minus or whatever. It was a really good deal for me. And that's when I learned about this Forex software. And that's Joao. He's responsible, and he's responsible for the USI-Tech Foundation at all. Without his genius software and what he has brought in terms of Forex and trading experience, we would have been here. So that's Joao. Ralph Gold, he's a friend of Mike, and he's, from my understanding, a genius trader. He's coordinating all our trading activities. He takes care of every contract we are dealing with external service organization, and he is the one who has, from my understanding, the best ideas of how to make money in these markets, not only the Forex market, but also the cryptocurrency market. And then it's Mike. Mike is a brilliant networker. He, I would say, is responsible for, we have now over 40,000 partners in our system in 7 months. 40,000 partners in 7 months. And that's great, and that's thanks to Mike's activities, definitely. I would say at least 70-80% is out of his activities, and he was a very successful networker over the last 20 or more years. Was leading companies in Europe, was also part of network marketing companies as a sales manager and whatever, because they were asking him to lead and to introduce new products. And he's responsible for that, and myself, with my management background, I take care that they are all not getting crazy, you know. So I'm a bit serious guy, and I understand to set up a company and build all the structure it needs to be serious. And we are not networkers, don't get me wrong. We are software developers, traders, and the reason why we have made a decision to go into the direct marketing is because we believe that's the fastest way to introduce this product.
All right.
Okay. Earlier tonight, my good friend Irv Klein here, who came down to us from Teaneck, New Jersey, right? So Irv, in our previous company, had a lot of networkers behind us, and he is one of those people that wants to know everything. He's got to know how everything works. So the question that he asked me to ask you is, how, in God's name, are we paying an average of 1% a day on the BTC package after we already paid out 35% commission?
Shall I tell you a secret? I'm not getting red, but first of all, we are doing money like crazy beside what we have to pay to our customers. That's true, but I think that's a good thing, because if we are able to make money as well, we can pay what we have to pay. And our first priority, my first priority, is always we must be safe on what we have to pay back to our partners. That's something I have to tell you. So, but let's have a look into the details. If I take 50 euros, or let's put it this way, I explain it with two packages. 100 is easier to explain. If I take 100 euros and I have to pay 35 euros out of 35%, which is 35 euros to our customers, there are 65 euros left. Is that right?
Right.
So now I have to double the 65 euros within 140 working days, which is more or less 7 months, right? So that's an easy calculation. That in other words, I have to be able to create around 12.x% per month. Is that right? It's easy to calculate in order to be able to pay back what we have to pay back, as an average of 0.7 and 1.25%. By the way, why is it 0.75 and 1.25%? Because this is our commitment to our customers. This range has to be possible all the time for us, out of our making money, so to say, making money process behind a curtain. So whatever goes on, as long as we are able to pay this range based on a relatively complex algorithm with 20% or more reserve in the back end, we are able to sell as much packages as possible. If we cannot reach this 0.75% at least, we're going to slow down our sales of the packages, just so that, could happen in the future. No reason for it at the moment, but it could happen. So back to the story. 65 euros, we have to double this within 140 working days in order to be able to pay the 140%. That means we need to find a way to create 12.x% per month. And how do we do that? We are doing mining. We are buying one container after the other to do altcoin mining and mining it all. But that's not really the main part where we are making money. The main part where we are making money, we are using our Genius software, which we have adapted to the cryptocurrency market, and we are trading like crazy, especially in these days. Selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, based on automatic sell and buy trading arbitrage software. That's what we are doing, and I can tell you honestly, so far we are doing between 25 and 40% per month with your money, and sometimes we are doing 20% per week.
Wow.
And that's what we are doing in this market. And don't get me wrong, we are paying only 40%. only. But it's good money, I guess. It's good money, and especially with the compound effect, it's safe money. But we are making money as crazy with your input, to be honest. And as long as this is the case, we are totally safe, all of us.
Yes, sir. How do you determine the date? If you're making between
25 and 40% a month. How do you determine the daily rate? How it fluctuates?
That's totally different. The daily rate.
Yeah, this is below 0.75 to 1.2.
That's dependent on the result of our daily income. So in these days we have had a bit a low rate. Whoever have realized our outcome of between 0.75 and 1. That's because this fast increase of the Bitcoin was we weren't able to create as we had to produce or to produce, let's put it this way, what we usually produce if the market is slower or goes back and up. So this day today was a perfect day, and that will result in a higher interest, of course, because it was a down and up, a great down or a huge down and up again, and that's perfectly for us to make money. But if it goes up consistently, up, only up, we are making we are not possible to create the same amount of income as it would be when it goes up and down. And that is not only the Bitcoin, by the way, it's the cryptocurrency market. But all of the famous cryptocurrency brands or currencies are on an upway now. The Ethereum goes up, the Lite goes up, the Dash goes up, and that's a bit difficult for us to create the same amount of income as it is when it goes up and down. A bit more, how do you say, a bit more... Exactly, that's the reason why. So that's how it works. So we like the best situation is when it's really moving up and down like crazy. That's when we make a lot of money. And we could pay also sometimes more than 1.25%, by the way, but we don't do it. We put it in reserve. Everything that goes higher than 1.25% goes in reserve, and that gives us the possibility to pay even in not so good days the 0.75 with our reserve. So that's a bit of information.
Well, hold on. I'm going to take a break for 1 second.
I just want to follow up on this one.
Okay, follow up on the one point. Go ahead.
So, company, let's say Schwab or Liz Barney or any large trading house, they would give you $1 trillion for that software, wouldn't they? I mean, no one's able to produce that kind of return.
And that's actually what we do. Don't get me wrong, but the software company beside USI-Tech, through our activities, they are involved in other businesses as well, but it does not make a difference to our result. We are selling white label software solutions.
So you're working with other.
Of course, and why not? But
I'm saying that the value of that software.
Yes, the other day there was a Jewish company from Israel they came over with the Learjet to Stuttgart, and we made a deal with them because they damaged the customers' money since more than a year, and many people lost a lot of money, and they were afraid that their business will be over within a short time frame. So we made a deal with them, and they are using our software very successful under their name as a white label. Why not? That does not make a difference to our result.
Do you pool all that money that you're making altogether?
No, we do not pool. What I'm saying is we are talking with other companies in the market, and they are using white label licenses from us as a company. But as I said, that makes no difference to our business because the Forex market is so huge. I'm talking about the Forex market, by the way. It's so huge that it makes no difference. Whoever going to use our software in this market, there's space enough for us during the next light year, I believe.
Okay, so I'm going to let Horst take a break and have his dinner, and then we'll start up again as soon as you take 5 bites of your steak.
Thank you very much.